Greetings, is it possible to do a genocide run in New Super Mario Bros. U? Is a question I asked myself a week ago. But is it possible? The rules are simple. I have to kill everything in the stage, ally or not, and it has to die. Anyways, it can either kill itself or I kill it. But those are the rules out of the way. So let's get into 1-1. 1-1 Acorn's Plain Way was, well, would have been easy if it wasn't for that room with like those 50 waddle wings that I had to kill each and every single one of, which was harder than it seems. Probably because I suck. But other than that room, there was also a piranha plant that I just killed with a Koopa shell. But other than that, Acorn's Plain Way was pretty simple. 1-2 Tilted Tunnel is possible because of the boost mode on the gamepad. Now, I didn't record any of the footage of me on the Wii U with the boost mode, frankly because I'm a lazy piece of shit, but do be advised, whenever I do come up to a section where I will be using the gamepad, I will mention it, and I will mention the times when it comes up where boost mode doesn't work on a certain enemy, but other than that, Tilted Tunnels was pretty easy. I just had to, you know, use the boost mode on my gamepad when I did it on the gamepad. But here, I just used the fire flower to exterminate all the piranha plants and Goombas, and it was pretty smooth sailing, other than, you know, the fact that I had to triple jump a few times to reach the ones in the higher layers. But let's just move on to the next level. Crushing Cog's Castle was pretty easy, as there was only like, what, 12 dry bones, and all of them were located in that one area where you meant to just use an ice flower, and Boom Boom obviously dies. So, yeah, possible. Yoshi Hill, again, is also possible. I just had to kill Yoshi because this is genocide and everyone has to die. 1-5 Rise of the Piranha Plants was also easy to genocide the local piranha plant population. And Mushroom Heights was also a fairly simple murder spree. And the only annoying part of 1-Castle, Let Me Swing Back Castle, was losing the ice flower caused me to have to go do Crushing Cogs again, but other than that, it was fairly easy just to kill the lava bubbles and dry bones, and then to beat the hell out of Lemmy, because no one's spared. Blooper's secret layer was also possible to kill every single thing in there, and it felt great killing all the bloopers, because bloopers are just about the worst Mario enemy. But other than my extreme hatred for bloopers, most of them were in pipes here, so it was pretty easy to kill them all. But other than that, every single level in World 1 is possible. Now, let's move on to Layer Cake Desert. Now, onto World 2. And 2-1 Stone Eye Desert was possible with just a few waddle wings and piranha plants. And I'm not counting the Stone Eyes because they're not the Mario Odyssey version where they can walk around and stuff. They're just statues, so I don't think they're alive. So I'm not counting them as enemies because I don't count them as being alive. So therefore, 2-1 is possible. Fire Snake Cavern was pretty easy. Well, besides having to go get another ice flower, I'm starting to hate having to do Crushing Cog's Castle. But other than that, Perilous Pokey Cave was rather fun with the ice flower because, well, the Pokies gotta just explode into ice cubes. So Perilous Pokey Cave, pretty fun with the ice flower, and possible to genocide everything here. And now, Stone Slide Tower. Required me to use boost block mode to kill the big dry bones, but other than that, I was able to kill Boom Boom rather easily. Spike Spouting Sands were also pretty easy. Not too much problems here, although it is also Spike Spouting Sands, so yeah, I didn't get the middle star coin because that's really, I always forget about that one. But other than that, it was fairly easy, just freezing everything. And Dry Desert Mushrooms was pretty fun with the acorn suit. You know, just going up and killing those spikes, pretty fun. 2-6 Blooming Lakitus was only annoying as every stage with Lakitus is, but it was possible at the end of the day. Morin's Compactor Castle was possible as there was just a few dry bones and lava bubbles, and obviously Morin is easily killable. And now, onto Frosted Glacier. What is impossible to do, Spinning Star Sky, because Munchers can't be killed. Even with the boost block mode, it is impossible to kill them. So we're just gonna go to Sparkling Waters. Now, in Sparkling Waters, Water Spout Beach is impossible because of Clampy. So we're gonna go take the secret exit in World 1. Now in Soda Jungle, Jungle of Giants was possible. Just a wee bit of annoying with, well, having to shoot every enemy 3 times. But other than that little annoying mishap, this level was possible. Bridge over poison waters is as well doable. And Bramble Woods is also possible to kill everything in. Snake Block Tower is actually pretty stressful with all the amps and me only having a limited amount of time before the snake block would move out, and I didn't do this with boost block mode, and I only did it with the ice flower, and with just the ice flower it was pretty stressful trying to kill all the amps, but I was able to do it first try, killing every single amp, and Boom Boom obviously dies as well. Which Way Labyrinth is possible with the boost block mode, but we're not gonna do it because we're gonna move on to another level. And that being Seesaw Bridge, after doing a secret exit, which was possible to do a genocide run in. It was just really annoying, and would have been easier with boost block. Kill the Wigglers, Koopas, and Piranha Plants, but I was sort of able to do it without the boost block mode. And I'll leave it at that, but this level is possible. And the Wiggler Stampede is impossible to kill everything in, because not even the boost block mode can kill the Mega Wigglers, so it is impossible to genocide stuff in this stage. And Iggy's Volcanic Castle was pretty easy to do. I just need to use the Ice Flower to freeze some dry bones, and then throw those dry bones into big dry bones so I can kill them, and obviously Iggy went down without much of a problem. Now onto Candy Rock Mines, and Fuzzy Clip Top is possible. I just need to burn a few fuzzies with the Fire Flower, and then at the end I had to kill Yoshi because I have to kill every single thing. But other than that, it was possible. Porky Puffer Falls was annoying due to the Porky Puffer, but besides the annoying Porky Puffer, it was overall fine enough. Grinding Stone Tower is possible with boost mode, well, on the Wii U gamepad, but other than, that, and then I take the secret exit. And yeah, the big girls also die in the boost block mode. Thrilling Spine Coaster, I'm gonna say is possible, because the skeleton roller coaster at the end does fall into the abyss. And falling into abyss is considered dying by our rules, because yeah, it would probably die falling that high. Except it's not possible because the munchers at the end got him. Wallowing Nest was a tad bit annoying, but I was eventually able to murder all the residents in that stage. Light Block's Dark Tower was pretty easy with just a few swoopers, although there was this one room with a few Power Koopas that was pretty fun to kill them all. But other than that, this stage is possible. Walking Piranha Plants was also pretty easy with just a few Koopas and I just killed them, but yeah, it was pretty easy. Screw Top Tower was pretty easy, even with all the Sumo Bros and Bone Beetles. It was pretty easy, and obviously the big Sumo Bro dies pretty easily. Shifting Floor Cave was pretty annoying with all the enemies chilling on the ceiling, but I was eventually able to genocide them all, meaning that this stage is possible. And Roy's Conveyor Castle was pretty painless with just a few dry bones and fire bubbles, nothing too special at this point. And also, there is nothing in the back entrance, so I didn't have to go through the back entrance because there was nothing for me there to kill. And Roy obviously went down pretty easily. And with that, that's every stage in World 6, with only Thrilling Spine Coaster being impossible. But other than that, let's move on to Moraine Clouds. Now, in Moraine Clouds and Land of Flying Clouds is, well, only possible with boost block mode. So that means that it is possible because boost block mode kills stuff, and we're here about killing stuff. So, yeah, this stage is possible. Seesaw Shrooms was pretty easy, as it just required me to use Yoshi to kill most enemies, and then at the end, I had to kill Yoshi, but other than that, it was all okay. Switchback Kills was mostly enemies that just infinitely respawn, meaning that I was, well, okay, because infinitely respawning enemies don't count. And then there was just a few Koopas, but other than that, this stage was possible. Slide Lift Tower was also pretty easy. It had the usual tower enemies like Dry Bones, but this time there was also Fire Bros, but we genocide them also. So we move on. Spinning Sprint House is also possible, but we do have to use Boost Block Mode to kill all the boos. But other than that, it is possible. Bouncy Cloud Boomerangs was also pretty easy, as there's just a few Goombas, Koopas, and Boomerang Bros, as the name would suggest. And it was pretty easy to kill them all. A quick dip in the sky was pretty easy, especially with the Fire Flower just being able to torch everything. But it was pretty easy. And snaking above a misty valley is also pretty easy, as there's just a few of the usual Koopas, those cloud guys. It was pretty easy. And for the last level of Moraine Clouds, Lugwood's Clockwork Castle was easy, as Lugwood goes down like a bitch. Oh yeah, and also, you know, the Bone Beetles, Sumo Bros. It's pretty easy, is what I'm trying to say. Boarding the airship, I don't know if this is a Moraine Clouds level or a Peach's Castle level, but anyways, boarding the airship was pretty easy, as there's only like 6 Monty moles here. But yeah, it was pretty easy. But with that, that's Moraine Clouds done. And as we can see, every single level in Moraine Clouds is possible. So now let's move on to Peach's Castle. Now on to Peach's Castle. And Meteor Moat is possible because there's just a few Bony Beetles and Koopas. The standard, so yeah, it is possible. Magma River Cruise is impossible because Blargs and Magnas are impossible to kill with even the boost block mode. So we're just gonna have to go with the secret exit in Meteor Mode, and let's see if we can actually continue this challenge, or will it fail like every other challenge I've done up to this point where it's impossible. Firefall Cliffs was pretty easy due to the fact that there's like 3 Koopas in the entire stage, so yeah, it's possible. For Red Hot Elevator Ride, I don't even think I need to do anything due to the fact that everything dies in the lava, but yeah, this stage is obviously possible because lava. And now, the final battle. Was annoying because Junior's an asshole. You see, there's a lot of lava bubbles here, and I have to kill them all. But the problem is that most of the platforms I have to stand to kill them on are either ones that are going to get disappeared, that once Bowser Jr. smashes on them, or are going to knock me back, which the knocking back in this game is very funky on those little bone platform thingies that shake when Junior smashes into them. So it's just very annoying, and this took like 30 minutes to do, because the physics are just complete ass on those little bone platforms that just fucking catapult you into the next dimension. But it was possible to kill all the lava bubbles, although you do need to go into boost block mode because there's a few lava bubbles at the end that are under the platform. But besides that annoyance, we get on to the Bowser fight, where it's possible. We are able to kill Bowser Jr. and we are able to kill Bowser. Well, after dying and having to redo the fight. But other than that, we are able to kill Bowser, defeat the game, and it is confirmed that it is possible to do a new Super Mario Bros. U genocide run. Being able to kill everything. Although we did need to use boost block mode, that still counts. But yes, we finally have a challenge completed. New Super Mario Bros. Wii U Genocide. But let's go see if we can commit genocide in any other stages. But before getting too far ahead, because I was playing NSMBU on the CMU emulator, I did sort of mess up connecting the Wii remote to my computer, and it ended up having me controlling both player 1 and player 3, which meant that in the credits, I was controlling both Mario and Yellow Toad, which I just find pretty funny. Alright, but now back to, well, committing genocide. Piranha Plants on Ice was a pretty difficult level, but other than that, just because there was just a bunch of Piranha Plants in the sky, and I had to get up them, and that was a bit tricky at times, especially because I wasn't using boost block mode. But yeah, other than that, it was fine enough. And that is every level in World 2. And as we can see, every level in Layer Cake Desert is possible. Going back to Frosted Glacier, as we can see, Cooligan Fields, I was able to genocide everything in. So now we're gonna move on. Freezer Rain Tower also was easily able to kill everything inside. Prickly Goombas was also easy. With all the piranha plants, I was able to just use a fire flower or an ice flower and easily decimate everyone in my sight. And scaling the mountainside was also pretty easy. Icicle Caverns had the icicles doing most of my work for me, so that was kind of nice of the icicles to kill most of the things. Just like every other ghost house, swaying ghost house is possible with the boost block, so yada yada. Flipperous Lake was pretty easy with a fire flower because everything dies to a fire flower, and you actually do need to use a fire flower because you don't have a way to kill those piranha plants basically at the end. So yeah, if you're gonna kill everything, bring a fire flower. And Wendy's Shifting Castle is possible. I just need to use the boost block mode to kill all the thwomps and fwimps, and obviously Wendy goes down like a bitch. And with that, that's Frosted Glacier done. And nearly every level in this world is possible, besides Spitting Star Sky. But now, let's go on to Sparkling Waters. Going back to Sparkling Waters, Tropical Refresher is possible. We just need the aid of our good old friend, the boost blocks. Giant Spike Pillar Tower, boost blocks. And same goes for a Haunted Shipwreck, boost blocks. Urchin Shoals, and oh baby, it's a triple. Oh yeah, because we need to use the boost blocks once again. But finally, we do get a possible level above the cheap seas. It is possible to kill everything here without needing to use the boost block. So yay. But yeah, it was possible. Dragon Eel's Undersea Grotto is possible. I just need to kill Dragon Eel with a star. And because our policy on enemies that infinitely respawn is that I don't really need to kill them. But yeah, you can kill Dragon Eel, so that means that Dragon Eel's Undersea Grotto is possible according to our policies. Skyward Stalk is a bit tricky, but it wasn't really that hard. It was just a few Waddle Wings and Balloon Goombas. You know, it was easy. And finally, for Sparkling Waters, Larry's Torpedo Castle is like basically all infinitely respawning enemies and like 3 dry bones. So yeah, it was possible. And obviously, it's possible to kill Larry. Obviously. And with that, nearly every level in Sparkling Waters is possible, besides the first one because of Clampy. But now, let's finish Soda Jungle. Now, onto the rest of Soda Jungle. And because I already beaten the game before ever going to the Mighty Cannon Ship, I didn't get the cunty of me getting ambushed by it. And so, it was just, well, the level stage thing. But other than that, this level was possible due to the fact that Mecha Koopas die to ice flowers. Oh yeah, and also Bowser Jr., he dies pretty easy. Painted Swamplands just needs the good old use of the boost blocks to kill all the boos. And Deep Sea Rooms is also possible. And final level for Soda Jungle, Flight of the Power Beetles is impossible due to the fact that you cannot kill Power Beetles even with boost block mode. Meaning that nearly every single level in Soda Jungle is possible besides Flight of the Power Beetles because of the Power Beetles. Yeah, now on to the rest of Peach's Castle. Rising Tides of Lava was, well, I mean, it was pretty annoying with all those Buzzy Beetles, but I was eventually able to kill all those Buzzy Beetles and Koopas, but besides it being a little bit annoying, it was possible. And with that, that's every stage in Peach's Castle done, meaning that nearly every stage here is possible to do a genocide run in, besides Magma River Cruise. That was the only one that was impossible to kill everything in. But other than that, let's move on to Star Road. Now onto Superstar Road, and Spine Tingling Spine Coaster is possible with boost block mode not just for the boost blocks that you can tap to kill stuff, but just because there's so many damn big fuzzies. Like, you basically do need to use the boost blocks so you can have enough time to kill them. But yeah, boost block mode is basically needed, or for well-coordinated players. Run through it was pretty difficult, but eventually I was able to run fast enough and kill enough stuff to, well, beat the stage. As you can probably guess. Tough, yes. Fun, yes. And it is possible. Swim for your life was possible. It was just annoying with the big cheap chomp just following you around. Yeah, it was just annoying. Possible, but annoying. Hammer Swing Caravans basically only had Koopa Troopas in that one little area where you meant to just get a 1-up. So possible. Spinning Platforms of Doom is possible, just a boost block mode because we need to kill boos. Firebar Road only had like one semi-annoying part with the Buzzy Beetles near the end, but it was fine overall. Lactoo was really fucking annoying because of the Lactoos, but yeah, it was possible. Just annoying because Lacatoos. Pendulum Castle was pretty difficult because this stage is definitely the hardest stage in this game, and having to kill everything just added an extra layer of challenge. But I was eventually able to genocide everything in here, and it was, well, it was pretty difficult, but it was possible. And finally, Follow the Shell was possible, just annoying because of how much enemies they were. But as we can see, every single stage in Superstar Road is possible to do. But now, what's the final tally of how many levels are possible or impossible? Well, it's 6 stages out of the 82 total levels, which I think is a pretty good number. But I am pleased to announce that this is the first challenge run, well, mainline Mario challenge to be more clear. But yes, it is possible to do a new Super Mario Bros. U genocide. But that's about it. If you enjoyed what you saw, like and subscribe, and if not, tell me why in the comments, and I'll see y'all later.